I know, I'm sorry to, inform you the truth, but we aren't all queens, and we aren't all, high valued, and we aren't, we all, a lot of us have a lot of problems. This is why men say this all the time, is that we can call them everything. We call them broke. We can call them fat. We can call them scrubs. We can call them all kinds of things. But the instant someone says anything about women at all, it doesn't matter.
Ugly,
women get in their feelings and they can't say it. So, I'm just going to say, like the last video, go watch videos where people agree with you.
Yeah. You know what I think I should wear though more? Prints.
Well, I always think I should wear lighter colors more.
You don't wear lighter colors?
No, I should always wear. I think I look better in lighter colors than darker colors. I never knew that about myself until I watched the show.
You wear more darker colors?
And I used to always wear black and darker colors because I don't know why. But then when I started watching the show, I realized that some of my better looks was when I was wearing colors like this.
But I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, gosh, why I never wear prints. I never really wear printed anything. I change it up. Okay. All right, guys, we're back with the second half of this video. So I'm gonna read another message someone sent us. Hey, her name is Tamika. Tamika, I remember why I picked this one because out the gate, the first line. I'm not interested in subscribing. But I've watched a few of your videos. And you're a fan. That's right. By your logic, men do nothing wrong. A war on men? Are you serious? Sorry, ladies, but men are not angels. Okay, so, because I think we said there's like a war on men and war on masculinity a few times. Okay, so, by men do nothing wrong. Who said that? I believe that men are being accused of being misogynistic, sexist, and chauvinistic. They're being accused of all those things. Now, are there men who are like that? Yes, but some of the things, qualities about men in general, that kind of like basic thing that men are, who they are, is like, I feel like it's being attacked.
But if you would have watched in one of our other videos, I said there was a war on femininity.
Yeah. So we said that's it.
I like how people only listen to what they want to hear. That's it. The truth is that there's attack on really both.
Yes.
For the wrong reasons. So women can't be women anymore.
Yeah.
They have to be masculine. And then when men try to be masculine, they get called misogynist.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there is a war on masculinity. But I like I said in another video, like what's his name? Andrew Cliven did a video, and he's a right winger. He did a video on the war on femininity and how women have had to bury their feminine self to keep up with feminism. And it has created a lot of division. It's created a lot of abortion. It's created a lot of divorces. It's created a lot of, women not being able to get married. A lot of women who can't keep even boyfriends. It's had a lot of women who are single mothers raising little boys to be nothing, lazy. I'm sorry if you don't understand what we're saying, but what I will say is that what women need to start doing is to and on the other hand, I know why you're acting like this. It's because the world validates you right now.
Right.
The world validates women. That's it. Women can do no wrong. Women can never be anything they say.
It's fine.
They say.
It's fine.
I'm literally every commercial that comes on is about in some way trying to empower women. You know what I mean? Every time a woman says anything, it doesn't get criticized. It doesn't. Nothing. There's nothing we can do to be wrong. There's just not. I don't know one time where in the last 10 years where I've seen a woman who was actually wrong get criticized. And if this were if men say anything, to me it's just correct.
Well,
they get shouted down by just saying that their opinions don't matter. You know what I mean? The patriarchy sucks. You know what I mean? It's just like, no, it doesn't. And a lot of the women, they can't get men, and they're out here dating, and they're over here saying that men are, simps or admit, I want a real man.
Yeah.
Well,
When you say
when you say
yeah.
you want a real man, you have to ask yourself, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Because it's going to require a man to be a man, a masculinity. And if you don't like that,
right,
then you're going to have a problem dating.
Well, if you okay,
getting that real man.
I've watched a few of your videos. Okay, so if you watched a few of our videos, then you would see that we are in no way saying that men are angels. I'm not sure where you're. Yeah, I don't know where you're getting that from. If you watch them, what we talk primarily about is people taking accountability and responsibility for their actions. That's usually what we're talking about. We have criticized men before on things, and it is what it is. But the truth is that we are women, and when we see women behaving in a manner that is not becoming of them, we're gonna call that out. It's calling out what we see. So if you've seen a few of our videos, if you really listened to a few of our videos, you would see that we are in no way saying men are perfect. I don't think I've ever we have almost 300 videos. I'm gonna go ahead and challenge you to find one that says that we're thinking men in any way are perfect or they're angels. We're not saying that whatsoever. It's just you make that all up.
But you know what I hate about this comment the most? Is that when people write comments like this, I always think to myself, what did we say? You didn't even list what it is that you thought. What did we say that was wrong? See, if you would have wrote this comment and then said, well, you said this and you said that and you said that, then I could challenge you. But you don't want me to challenge you. You don't want me to challenge you. You just want to make a broad brush statement that makes really to me no sense. So I'm glad you're not subscribing. I don't like when people make a comment but then don't really get into why they don't like something. They just say it. You know what I mean? I don't like it. The way you guys say all men are angels. No one ever said that. And secondly, what did we say that made you feel that way? So if you can't tell me what we said that really like irked you, then I don't think we irked you. I think that you heard something about women and you're a woman and it triggered you a little bit because maybe there's some truth in it. And usually when people hear some truth about themselves, it makes them a little annoyed to the point that they can't actually tell you what's wrong. They just make a broad emotional statement and then bounce.
When we talk about there's a war on men, okay, specifically, when we do videos like that or we say something like that, that topic comes up, we specifically outline what we're talking about. We specifically outline like, okay, this is why we think that. This is the evidence showing that there is definitely a war on masculinity. Like something's going on there. Clearly something's going on there. Right? And most people would have to agree with that. You outlined nothing. You didn't outline anything. You're just mad. Are you serious? Yeah, we do videos to be... Yeah, we've done almost 300 videos. Yeah, we're pretty serious. We're trying to create a conversation. Okay, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create a conversation in the world because we believe that everything begins with a conversation, not with hostility. Yeah. So this is hostile. This is this is what I'm saying. When we talk about women, let's talk about women for a minute. Since this is very hostile. This is the problem that women are having right now. This is why we focus more on that than men, because women have this attitude and this behavior of it's just foul. It's like really foul, where you cannot say, do, or take up for. You can't do anything, without someone getting upset.
Because I'm a woman, I'm supposed to only stand up for women. What? I'm not supposed to stand up for men at all. I'm not supposed to, as a woman, take accountability for the damage that women have actually done. Right. I know, I'm sorry to, inform you the truth, but we aren't all queens. Yeah. And we aren't all, high valued, and we aren't, we all, a lot of us have a lot of problems, okay, and a lot of women talk too much, and they say too much. But if anybody ever, and this is why men say this all the time, is that we can call them everything. We call them broke, we can call them fat, we can call them scrubs, we can call them all kinds of things. But the instant someone says anything about women at all, it doesn't matter. Ugly, women get in their feelings and they can't say it. So, I'm just going to say, like the last video, go watch videos where people agree with you. Yeah, because since you don't want to hear anybody else's point of view, but your own regurgitated back to you.
I remember Candace Owens was talking to the roommates. Remember that guy from Roommates? And she did an interview with him a while back. And she said this. She feels there's a war on men. And she got, women were pissed at that because they were like, oh my God, no, stop taking up for men. Basically, you're always taking up for men. You're always taking up for men. Well, you know what? Do you know why she's probably taking up for men? Because she probably sees it.
And so for women who may have a negative view of men because of maybe personal experience, whether their father may have not been there or because of whatever society painted to them, how would you encourage them? How would you motivate them to not be as cynical and to be more optimistic when it comes to men?
I think it's a self-perpetuating problem, meaning that there are crappy men in the world, right? But men are crappy because we've created a system where manhood has become obsolete. You keep increasingly telling men more and more they can't matter. When I say, who are they being told that by? They're, like I said, there's more sinister implications here of why we're making manhood obsolete. When we're saying masculinity is wrong, this is backwards. You don't need a man. You can just have a baby without a man. You're starting to see that sort of programming happening with young women. When you're telling women to act like men, you should aspire to the things that men naturally might aspire to. When you remove the more natural feeling of men being providers and women being nurturers, which is a beautiful yin and yang that just works, right? So you're creating men to feel obsolete, and then women are complaining because men aren't being men. It doesn't work that way, right? And not only that, then increasingly you're telling women to be the opposite of what I think men want, right? The opposite, maybe in the instant when men are not thinking with their big heads and they're saying, oh, whoa, she's half naked, great, I'm going to go for it. That might be what a man wants. But long term, that's not what a man wants. A man doesn't want a girl that's just going to be naked all the time and put herself out there available for every man to see. That I don't have to be a man to know that that's not what men want. So then you say men suck. And I ask this question all the time. You complain about men, but are you being the type of a woman that a man would want, right?
She's not blind. You would have to be blind, deaf, and dumb to not see what's going on. You just want yourself to be validated.
It's like what? No one goes like, oh, men do no wrong.
What? You made that all up.
You watched one video.
We did
Get out
not.
of here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah,
that's just
like,
ridiculous.
I get really disappointed. I get really disappointed in women when they behave like this because I think that I know we can be better than this. I know we can.
Here, I'll help you out. I hate when men do it too.
You gotta hear it. If you gotta hear it,
men suck too. You guys suck.
Men are not perfect.
I've dated men who suck.
I know.
And I've said that. You know what I mean? So I was raped by a man.
Yeah, I mean that facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I've talked about that. But do you think I'm just going to sit here and just pretend as though the problem is only men so it can make you feel better? Let's look at our single mother rate and see how many poor decisions women have made in the black community. I'm sorry. We got to hear the truth. If you want to hear the truth so we can fix it, we got to hear what it is. We control sex. So how many black women are out here having sex with men that aren't married to them, making children with them, and raising young men by themselves without a man in the house? How do you think those men are going to grow up? When they don't have a father in the home? How do you think these girls are going to grow up without a father in the home? When you see demographics like that in a community, and then you just want to hear, oh, we're just, you
men
go, girl.
Yeah, men are horrible.
I mean?
Men are jerks.
Women are doing it for themselves. That is some BS, and I'm over it at all. All of that, women are empowered. Bull crap is over. We are not oppressed. I am not oppressed because I'm a woman. I'm not oppressed because I'm black. And I can sit here and say that as a woman, I've made mistakes. And if you can't say that, and you can't look at yourself, or you can't look at another woman telling you that, then there's something wrong with you.
And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a man. Why are men being treated horribly from them finally putting their foot down again? Because there was a time where that was just what it was, right? And I'm not talking about in the way where it's abusive. I'm just saying when men are doing men things, normal, masculine men things these days, that man thing is all of a sudden chauvinistic. The way you're behaving in these few sentences is like you're a little out of line.
Right.
You're talking very emotionally because everything that you said we never said that. You made that all up. You made that all up. We never say. Sometimes I know the emotional.
No, that's why I know
you
that
made it
something
all
we
up.
said triggered you.
Something.
Which happens to a lot of men too when they watch us. Something triggers you, and then instead of really thinking about what we said, you decided to get into your feelings.
Yeah, men do it too.
And write something that's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? Men make mistakes. Of course they've made mistakes.
We did a video a while back that it was someone asked us. It was a man, by the way, that asked us about Why do women like for men to make more money than them? Okay, so Karen and I are very well aware that the moment we start talking about men with money, or men and money, whatever, finances, we know that the men are going to get a little tight about that. You know what I mean? So, but we don't believe in dodging questions. So a man asks us that question, we gave him the answer. We said, well, this is the primary reason why women like for men to make more money. They like for men to lead in all areas. Most traditional women, maybe not modern ones, but most traditional women like for men to lead in all areas. That includes finances, which means he would have to making more. That's not new. I don't know. It's all of a sudden become a thing, right? But it's very basic, right? Okay, we said that. Men got upset. Like Kara was saying, sometimes you hear things
and it triggers you.
They ask the question.
I watch lots of men who have YouTube channels, and they say that too. They say men are supposed to make more. And men don't get upset. If you watch a man, if you hear a woman say, hey ladies, we should all get in shape. You know what I mean?
Right.
No woman cares.
No
but
one
if
cares.
a man says we like thin women, then women lose, because it's hard to hear it from the opposite sex. You understand? And sometimes it's hard to hear it from the same sex. Of course, case in point, you. So it's just like you don't want to hear a woman admit that women make mistakes. You don't want to hear a woman admit that we are part of the problem.
Yeah.
Probably a big part of the problem.
And you don't like to see women take up for men, because you know why? Because right now we're in a woman masculated world right now.
I don't want to live
where
in a world
women
where us versus
dominate.
them.
Women dominate right now. So whenever you see women taking up for men, you're just all in your feelings for it because of it, because you want men to be the bad ones. See, everybody wants men to be the bad ones. Okay, we've peeped game on that. We can see that. Although I am very well aware that there are not great, there are men out there who are not
and
great.
I know some of them. They're just a mess.
I feel like that just goes without saying. I hate that I even have to say that. It's so stupid. Like, of course there are men out here who are troubled. What?
Black Lives Matter, of course.
Of course there are men out there that are troubled. Of course there are men out there that are struggling. We've actually had men in our men that are some men that are subscribed to us that have even said that they've had some shortcomings in their own personal lives. So
but let me tell you what some men do in our comments when they get mad at us. You know what they do? They email us and say they're sorry.
We never get a woman.
No woman is ever going to sit there and say that I'm sorry for that. But we get all kinds of men and go, oh, okay, I didn't think of that.
I didn't watch the rest of that video.
I didn't watch the rest of that video, or I didn't think of it that way. But we not once heard a woman go, oh, I'm sorry.
You're in your feelings, and listen. We got to stop this. Like, we have to stop these little attitudes. I think. You know what I mean? This even the last person that wrote us. I'm sorry, but even the last video. Well, video before this, that woman. She even said, right, this is a normal woman. Okay, she just is like, okay, I don't agree. I've watched you guys for a while. I don't agree with what a lot of stuff that you say politically. But, and then she went on to specifically say what she didn't agree with.
So now I can comment.
And so we can have a conversation about this now, right? We can respect that. She respectfully said that. This is a normal woman. What we're seeing right now with this comment is that you're in your feelings.
What we're seeing here is what we call the average woman.
So you're going to have to find a way to be less hostile.
You took a chance and you started looking at women that don't think like you, and it broke your heart. Go back to those other women. They'll make you feel better. They'll give you that shot of esteem again.
Right.
You know what I mean? But over here, I'm just going to tell you the truth.
Right.
And if you don't want to hear the truth, or I'm going to tell you at least my truth. But if you
Sorry.
don't like my truth, then I'm glad you didn't subscribe.
Yeah.
Because you're going to hear more of it.
Yeah. And by the way,
of course, if you did subscribe, though, you might learn a little something about yourself.
So anyways, that's today's video of somebody coming for us. All right, you guys. What was her name? Tamika. Okay. Well, Tamika. Sorry to say, but there is a war on me. All right. Let's know what you think about what Miss Tamika said. And we'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Be less hostile, people. That's important. Okay. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you have not yet, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified of when our future videos come up. And you guys, don't forget to create a conversation that matters. All right, bye.